Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the...
Hey, man, we ain't hitting no shit. We will come out for 2-game losing skid, man.
College football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will kick it away to start us off. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Slips through the line.
Bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
There he goes. Open it up. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. Offense set on first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man down the middle.
That's just insane.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you can tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Got the first down, looking for more. He's off to the races. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown Sooners. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run.
Now listen.
They score fast.
We can't get this nigga goddamn all this good field position off the kickoff now.
They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a three-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle, and he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. Snap it to the back.
Good shit.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points.
Yeah, man, we lost 2 games back-to-back. We're supposed to lose, so we just retaliating while we can.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, basically.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Back-to-back weeks.
Will come back on the field to jump around a bit. What a turn
Oh, yeah, they
that
definitely
last
are.
drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
A first down for the offense. Looking to pass. It's Allen. They're trying to get to him.
And how about the true freshman? We've heard about this guy. We heard he's got a chance to be really, really good. Talking with coaches this week, and he gets his first sack. Listen, guys, I'm a pass rusher. Everybody remembers their first sack.
They've got it at the 25, just needing a yard on second down. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Breaks the tackle. And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance.
He lost one down the sideline. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20.
Man, what the fuck?
That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tackled after picking up the first down.
That's a good-looking run there. And if you're going to be RB1 for Wisconsin, you're going to be pretty talented. Because you think of the guys they've had in this backfield in recent years, the Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dane, Monty Ball, how about Jonathan Taylor that's getting it done now on Sundays? This guy's got power, he's got speed, he's got shiftiness, he's got all the tools you need to be successful and play on Sunday.
They're going to ride this running back. A solid
Good way to slow that nigga down. That nigga down sure could have been gone.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oklahoma 21, Wisconsin 7. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. The give to the tailback.
That's some good shit.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. To the air, it's Allen. Throws for the tight end.
About to say, hell no. Ain't no way.
Defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
You got to catch those.
Give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Badgers! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. Powers through. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
At the 40, there he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now on second down. The give on the inside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Fires to the big fella. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Looking to throw, it's Allen. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That'll bounce out of bounds, and they'll have it in plus territory at the 45. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. This is a designed run. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Pocket starts to collapse. At the 20, he's got space. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. First down for the offense. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Bro, I swear to God, I thought I had another timeout, boy. That's wild. I thought I had another timeout.
The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And the returner will be dragged down. The Sooner offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offense.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the ground with the back. Strong run and a pickup of 5 out to the 15.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
He's looking to throw it. Lofts one deep down the right side. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Wisconsin, 14.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to
You
change
straight,
a
brother.
thing, Paul. They've done what they
Man, we
wanted
chilling,
first
man.
half and starting off
No
the
bullshit.
second
We
half
dead
in the
ass
same
chilling.
fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different
Yeah, I'm already
playmakers
knowing.
all over the field.
Powers through the defender. The express just knocking away defenders. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
My nigga got to get the Heisman this year, bruh. He got to. It's only right.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
14.
No, he got 2 bills for sure.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the air, it's Allen. Throws to the tight end. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return.
My boy done got 2 of them bitches.
No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
I tell you what.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we definitely did.
You can tell.
I ain't even gonna fake.
For what he's seeing, 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that.
I ain't expect you to play that.
Down at the 42.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed.
Oh, my God. That was 6, nigga.
Fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Deep shot for the end zone. Fires and picks.
Yeah, we just do it.
Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. Offense getting set for 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go to the ground. They bring him down. He's got a 1st down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
To the air, it's Allen. He wants to go deep. And they
My nigga, what the fuck was that? Somebody got to catch the ball.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense. That's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Motion from the offense. On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds his man and they convert. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Badgers in the hurry up.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat.
Yes, sir. My nigga. Come on, bro.
That is exactly what you're
That's a pick all damn Dave, dog.
Plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
I understand.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking to throw, it's Allen.
Hell no. Come on, bro. That's 2 picks you dropped, nigga.
It's really hard to
Come on, man. You making me look bad.
And that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the 4th quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Strong, firm.
Yeah, get real hard up in them sticks, bro.
Field goal down by this much. That's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown.
This nigga got ran over.
To the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is
I understand.
this game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it.
There you go. Get you one. Go to the crib now.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna try to score again, nigga.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
Of course.
And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
From the gun. Heel off one deep down the left side.
I ain't no way you dropped that ball, boy.
Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hell no.
I'm surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long.
Oh, they definitely
We're
are.
expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies.
I just added that bit to my playbook, too.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup.
And the defense will corral
I should have been through that.
and down he goes at midfield.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers. But man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Yup.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's running in the open. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Pressure coming. Finds his tight end. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that.
GG's, brother.
A fitting way to put a capper on this game. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.